conference, so many other ministers have been able to minister and speak. Some of the things that I would share or they would share might have been said already, but just receive repetition for safety's sake. Say this after me: I receive repetition for safety's sake. You see, sometimes you don't get it when it's said once. You get it when it's said twice or thrice, or much more than that. So whatever is being said here that you have heard before, you are familiar with, just hear it again. And then it becomes established as truth in your heart. I appreciate the men of Purpose Network for trusting me with God's project. Let's appreciate everything I bring back in our heart. First Corinthians 2:9 is our scripture for what we are considering. We will never be the same again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Running to obtain. When we read the Bible, I see the phrase to run or a race. You can conclude that it's talking about the journey of life. When you see the phrase running or being involved in a race, you can conclude that it's talking about the journey of life. The preacher in Ecclesiastes 9 spoke about the race not being to the swift or the battle not to the strong, but time and chance happens to everyone. It's talking about that under the sun in the journey of life, it's not just about your natural effort or your natural ability. When you read that phrase, race, or running, it's talking about the journey of life. You can agree with us that everyone is in a journey, because as long as we are on the earth, we are still running. The race is not over. We are still actively involved in the race of life. So what Apostle Paul says in 1 Corinthians 9 actually applies to everyone alike. It applies to everyone who has not yet gone to their reward. For those who have gone to their reward, well, it's over for them. Their race is over. They have run their own race. For we who are still on this side of eternity, what Apostle Paul says applies to us. So everybody is in a race. Everybody is journeying. Everybody is running. However, there is a distinction. What separates me from you, what separates the person seated beside you from you, is that the purpose for our running is different, and what we are trying to obtain may be different. What we are running may be different. What we are trying to obtain grace may be different. In explaining the concept, Paul uses the analogy of a natural athlete, and he says these guys train themselves. They go through disciplines and go through sacrifices, and they do it to obtain a perishable crown. In other words, whatever is given to them, whatever applause, whatever decoration that seems in the natural, is perishable. It does not last forever. It's not eternal. In our sense, but Christians are supposed to run in a way that will obtain something that is incorruptible, something that is not just going to perish. The best footballer was perhaps celebrated. He was decorated. He was announced with so much honor and glory. 100 years from now, everything will change, because whatever crown you receive for natural exploits will perish. It will fade away. The person who received an Olympic gold medal some 50 years ago, have beaten his record. His world record has been broken 10,000 times. He's no longer the celebrity of his age. So everybody is running. I'm running. You are running, but what separates me and you is that what we are running to obtain is different. Apostle Paul says, I do not fight as one that beats the air. I am not just running carelessly as what I want to do. There is something I'm trying to obtain. There's something I'm trying to achieve in my life. And this is where I want to drive home the point of Paul's words. So, We are talking about life's journey, which we are all involved in. And we are saying the race refers to the journey of life. So the question is, why are you living? Why are you existing? Why are you on the earth? This is what will separate me and you. This is what will determine what you are running to obtain. Why are you living on the earth? Why are you not in heaven yet? Why are you still here? What exactly are you still trying to do on this side of eternity? That's what will determine what you will obtain. Everybody say running to obtain. So why are you living the life that you are living? Why are you living the way you are living? Why are you trying to achieve? Why are you trying to become what you are trying to become? This race that you are involved in, what exactly are you trying to obtain? What? The unbeliever is alive in the sense. And he's in the physical natural sense. He's alive. He's living on this side of eternity. He's trying to achieve some things. He's trying to obtain some things. Now, if we begin to examine what you are trying to obtain, I will notice it is the same with what the unbeliever is trying to obtain. Something is really wrong. Apostle Paul says, I'm not trying to obtain a perishable crown. If you think that's why I'm going through all these sacrifices, all these labors in the gospel, all these labors in the kingdom, so that I can achieve something perishable? No! He said in 1 Corinthians 15, if in this world we have our hope, if only in this world we have our hope, we have all men miserable. If all the things we have to go through is just for a perishable crown, something beyond believer who doesn't have Jesus can get. If that's exactly what we are running, it's a waste of time. Such from chasing shadows and just pursuing every mundane. What tangible thing can I see in my life? And the answer will be nothing. Every person goes to school, me too, I will go to school. Every person goes to university, me too, I will go to school. Every person does a master's, me too, I will get a master's. Afterwards, I will marry just like every other person. Afterwards, I will have children like every other person. Afterwards, I will be a grandma like every other person. Afterwards, I will retire and go to Dubai for shopping just like every other person. Many people are running their race just because every other person is running that race. Many of the things you are influenced to do, society is making people as though if you don't do it, you are not living the life. It is not true. Check. This race you are running, are you sure you are not running just because you are situations? Particularly in the crowd, somebody I don't want to follow. When you ask people that are following, what do you want? They don't know. They just want somebody running. Say defense, run later, they don't ask. Why am I running? Many people say that. Doing so many things. Ask them, why are you doing this thing? They don't have any quotient other than other people are doing it. I'm saying, I'm not doing me. I don't want to be left behind. Another person is doing it, let me also do. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you chasing after what you are chasing after? Why are you trying to obtain what you are trying to obtain? Are you sure you are not just following the crowd mentality? Doing what is popular, doing what the society teaches you is very compulsory. I repeat, and many of the society has taught us is compulsory. If you don't do it, you are not living. It's a lie. If Jesus was to live in this generation to shock you, many of this will feel it's compulsory. If you don't do it, you will not do it. Not conclude. Don't do it. Don't do it. Jesus was a matter of life. He knew what life was supposed to be. Pressure him to do things just because another person is doing it. I know this as a minister of the gospel to be doing what another person is doing. Why are you organizing programs? Every other person is organizing programs. Why are you inviting that man? Every other person is inviting. This rat-based mentality is not the way to live. Do you think because of what? For what? For what? People have asked me, why don't you do this one? I say, no. I'm not instructed to do such. But if you do it, you will become very popular, you will make it. I don't want to make it. Making it is all I'm doing. There's nothing out of being. Are you listening to me? If you take it to make it, that's why I'm putting myself to this stress. No. There are easier ways to make it. us a mark. There is a specific mark that has is just every other person is running the race. Don't do that. Another reason why some people run. Some are running for the world's recognition and the world's applause. They want to be recognized and celebrated by the world. Wow, this person is so. They want to hear the claps that the world offers. If you run for the world's recognition, that's a wretched way to be. Few days before the crucifixion of Jesus, there was a loud voice on the street, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. We see that comes in the name of the Lord. That's the word for you. Few days later, they yelled out, crucify him! Crucify him! The applause of the world is nothing. Nothing. It fades away. If that's what I'm looking for, you are looking for something so little, so fickle. You want to be known, you want to be famous, you want to be popular. If that's what you are living for something so wretched. I can tell you today that if Lucifer celebrates his birthday and post it on Facebook, many people will go and say, God bless your age. You are such a wonderful person. I appreciate your ministry. The way you have transformed the world, that's what I'm dying for. The approval of the world, and false statements and lies and deception. What this picture you posted, that you think like this, what exactly are you posting for? Young ladies, what are you doing? What's going to call you laugh? That's weird. Why are you running? Some people are running for the world's applause. They want to be recognized. Luke 16 verse 15. Jesus says things that may be celebrated in the sight of God can be abominable. You can be a celebrity across the world status, and God says I'm rejected. I have no dealings with you. The world does not know that is God's verdict. They celebrate you and say, wow, what a powerful person, what a beautiful person. But listen to me, that's not a good reason to run this race. Stop living your life to obtain the world's recognition. The third point here in this direction, why some people are running. Some people are running to obtain life's satisfaction, and what the world claims is the secret to happiness. Some of us have been scammed up at a young age already. We have been told that we'll be very happy once we get married. You get married and discover that, wait a minute, the world is then the world is because you don't have children yet. You give up the triplets and you're wondering, what is happening? Then the world is because your children have not grown up and you are not yet eating from your labors. Your grandchildren will be gifted and you will still not be happy. The world does not know the secret to happiness. The world doesn't know. They told me if you can get ambition like this, you will be very happy. You discover it's filled with more stress and more depression. This kind of by a very interesting statement. The world does not know jack about happiness. Satan came to him and said, look at this tree. He said, look at it very well. It's very, very beautiful. The Bible says, Satan, it was good for food. Everybody said good for food. And the tree to make one pass. Then it will become like God. Your eyes will be open. Eve took the first bite and she died. I think that Satan sells to people and says, you'll be happy if I give you this. He came to Jesus and he's talking about the kingdoms and the glories of this world. And he said, bow down to me, and you will have it. And Jesus says, Lord, I'm not interested in that. I've seen something better, something sweeter than what you are offering. Many of the things that the world is throwing at your face, that if you can get it, you'll be very fulfilled. It's a lie. Have you wondered why somebody who is a multi-millionaire in dollars one day wakes up in the morning in his mansion and commits suicide? Have you wondered why? If all the kind of riches that God finds to us in all these ridiculous music videos, you see them making it look like most of them have money like this. You can't be light. The vanity of riches. Lies. So some people are running for that. Working so hard to make more money. Some people's very existence, in all honesty, is just to make more money. What happens is that God will take money. Even if it means less of God, less of church, less of the activity, as long as it's more money, no problem, I'm in for it. To make happy, but it's a lie. Don't run for the vain pursuits of life satisfaction. There is a void in your heart only God can satisfy. Only God. Psalm 45, 1 verse 2. As to their pants for the water, so does my soul pant after you. Any other thing you pant after, trying to fill the void of your heart, no way. It's like eating popcorn. You are hungry. Your person was eating popcorn. Are you in the cinema? That cannot do anything. You just stuff your soul with air, with vapor, with puff. You can't be satisfied with that kind of nutrition. Don't run the life or the race of life for what the world calls satisfaction or happiness. Let me progress in this church discourse here. If you read the Bible and you read the Bible, you will agree with me that many things that people are running after, chasing after. You can call it vanity, you can call it worthless, you can call it nothing. In fact, this will be exact word of Apostle Paul in describing many things that seem to be important things in this generation, in our present society. When Paul was going to give a verdict, he said, I counted it as dung, trash, refuse dung. It's not really valuable. If you are going to obtain something really valuable, you have to have God's value system. Many of the things you are fighting for, after, by the time we wait in this game, it's really nothing. But what things were gained to me, the word gain to me, refers to the things that were seemingly profitable. Of course, Paul was a very, very learned person. I mean, by the time you read the things that Paul was talking about, there are expensive things really. A very respectable religious leader. And Paul says, all these things that seem to me, I counted loss for us. Go ahead to verse 8. Doubtless I count all things. Everybody say all things. But loss for the excellence of the knowledge of God, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Christ. Many of the things we are chasing after, looking for, pursuing here and there. Paul said, I think them, but eventually I discovered they were not valuable. So I consider them as trash. Dustbin material. 2 Timothy 4, verse 7 to 8, Apostle Paul says, I have fought a good fight. I have kept the faith. I have finished my course. Now is the righteousness, which the righteous judge will give to his appeal. Listen to me. Listen to me. You can come to the end of your race and you will be fulfilled. You will be satisfied with it because you have obtained something that is more than gold. Something. Apostle Paul was such a man. So when you see him writing the first Corinthians, you have to take him seriously. He himself got to that point in 2 Timothy 4. And this was just few weeks or months or years. And he said, I have finished my course. Now there's a letter for me, a crown of righteousness. There's something I'm obtained. Something I'm obtained. It's not just the gold medal from the Olympics committee. It's not the applause of the world. It's not mansions and luxury cars. What you be trying to obtain is only gold. Only God. That's what we're trying to obtain. I'm trying to take a perishable crown. But something I don't think God can give. Now, what exactly are we trying to obtain? According to scriptural terms, there are three things. But the first is what is most prominent in scripture. In Hebrews chapter 12, and verse 2, we are told that Jesus should run the race with patience, just like Jesus, who for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross and his partnership. So we also should run the race that is set before us with patience. Are we still together? So in Hebrews chapter 12, in verse 1 and 2, we see that concept of a race again. But in Hebrews chapter 11, it gives us patterns of people who ran their race and obtained. Somebody said, I will obtain. So now, of course, you know that I'm not trying to talk about something that you can obtain in the flesh or something the world can give. That's what I'm talking about. But obtain something that God can give. So what exactly are we trying to obtain? What do we try to obtain? In Hebrews chapter 11, you see this phrase, a good report. People say a good report. Hebrews 11 and verse 1 and 2. And then verse 4 and 5. If you have a so that we can understand what this phrase, a good report, means. So in verse 11 or verse 1 of Hebrews 11, it tells us what faith is. And it tells us that by it, the elders obtained a good report. Okay? Now, the Message version says the act of faith is what distinguished our ancestors, set them above the crowd. Go on in the KJV in verse 4 and 5. In the KJV. By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness. Everybody say witness. So he obtained witness. What witness is affirmation or a testimony that he was righteous. God testified of his gift, and by it he being dead, yet speaketh. Verse 5. By faith that was translated that he should not see it, and was not found because God had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God. Now, this is what we are trying to do. A witness, a testimony from God himself. The Amplified says, for this kind of faith, the man will gain divine approval. What is it? Divine approval. Oh, that's something you will be. They have been told that the shawarma and 5 alive waiting for you. I know as you are thinking, you are thinking, and later will come and serve you shawarma and 5 alive in the morning. You really think that's heaven? You want too many movies. That's heaven. And then you come and your back. Do you know where you are going? So you won't get there. I will say, is it the place? Is there another heaven? Be sure where you are going. You won't be there for a good shock. You now sit down. Then 19, there's 19, there's not 19. You just be, you really think that's what Jesus died to give us? For the information, there's a new equipment and a new earth. We'll come back to earth and walk with him. Those of us who proved ourselves faithful in the first earth, will be handed over earth to government. It is still work. The same way that was designed to do the time and manage the earth, we also keep on managing the earth forever and ever. It's not our man kind of life. Are you listening to me? Yeah. Know what you are seeking. To obtain a good report. To obtain the approval of God. Don't, I see people dying for men's approval. You just want to be liked. You do anything just so that the world will like you. When they don't, you enter depression. You enter depression. Or you cannot say the reason why you are depressed. Because when they ask you, I posted that picture only for you cannot say to your house. So you say that you are depressed because of the sake of the kingdom. No, it's not. Are you listening to me? Nothing is as satisfying as when your king said to you, well done, thou good and faithful. At the end of your race, nothing is as satisfying. Nothing. Nothing. Don't run for nothing. Don't chase shadows. Don't try to obtain a perishable crown. Go for something that is a the well done of your master. Listen to me. Every one of us will give an account. That Bible in Matthew 25, the concept Jesus was trying to teach was every one of us has received something and will give an account. If you think that you have been given talents, graces, gifts just for enjoyment and personal pleasure, you don't get the point. This son received talent, received money, and went to work. And when he was done from work, his master says, well done. At the end of your life, at the end of your race, Jesus will be waiting to say, well done, or to say, why did you waste it? Why did you waste my resources? Why did you waste your days and waste your seasons and waste your life chasing what the world suggested was important? I will do everything to hear him say, well done. Say that on me, I will do everything to hear him say, well done. Yes. Say it again, I will do everything to hear him say, well done. When Apostle Paul says, I have fought and finished, there's never for me a crown of righteousness. He was already hearing the whispers of Jesus. I can't wait to see you. Well done. Well done. That's how to live. And that's how to die. Now say, hey, I'm dying good. Why waste your life for regret? Why? Why don't you live so you say, well? So, a good report, the validation, the approach of the thing. This is what to obtain. So, we have told you what we are not trying to obtain. The applause of men. We are not trying to obtain the crown of modern society. We are not trying to obtain most of life's so-called pleasures and satisfaction. We are trying to obtain a good report. It is what our fathers obtained. We are trying to obtain divine validation. We are trying to obtain the applause of our King. How are you going to obtain this? We are talking about in some way, because I'm going to obtain it. Now, I'm going to show you before when you hear the phrase running to obtain, you may not get the perspective. The perspective that you might have is that to get something for myself, trying to obtain something for myself, and that's a wrong. If you run the race of life without mentality, you are running in the wrong direction. You can run fast, you can run hard, You cannot run, but you get to the end of yourself and discover all this and you go running in the wrong direction. You can only obtain to run this way. Meanwhile, you're running so fast that way. And you not get there, you're running. But I tried to run fast too. And I said, oh, I was running in the wrong direction. When we are running to obtain, you may be thinking, I want to collect something, I want to receive something. No, that's not what the Bible is teaching now. Let me show you from scriptures. Philippians 3, 7 to 8. Read on the screen again. Look at the words of Paul, a man who ran to obtain. Look at what he said. Follow the conversation very, very closely. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Christ. Everybody say loss for Christ. Go back to verse 8. Yet that is, I count all things loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Christ Jesus, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss. Now, you see, read this thing very closely. Of all things, I count them but down, that I may win Christ. Okay. The obtaining we are talking about here is not a function of you trying to gain from God. It is actually a byproduct of how much you have lost because of God. Follow me, please. Running to obtain. It's not the mentality of Jesus, give me, give me. Because the modern Christianity is you have done church to market. You come to collect blessing, come to collect grace, you come to collect glory every day. Shake me, every day. So we are in December, what's now? 24th. From January to 1st, some people have never prayed anything. God give me, God give me, God give me, God give me. Which kind of life is that? Say, I'm not going to obtain. No, it's not only to obtain. That is selfish, self-centered, self-obsessed, self-adoration. That's not bearing with Christianity. Every time you come to God, you want to collect from God, you want to collect from God, you want to collect from God. What is it? If Jesus did that way, you think he will have divine power if he lives for himself? No. Eventually he laid down his life. Listen to me. Listen to me. The heroes of faith were not really known for what they obtained for themselves. They were known for what they laid down because of God. I will show you. Are you still following me? Yes, sir. Let me show you from scriptures. Hebrews 11:4. We are told by faith. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. I want to see words. By faith, Abel what? Come on. Abel did what? Abel received from God. Abel collected from God. That the first thing about his faith is that he offered. People think faith is a reception gadget. You should collect from God. That's faith. Which Bible are you reading? By faith, Abel offered. So, what have you offered? Not what have you obtained. What have you offered? To obtain a good report, you will not chase things. You will not chase blessings. You will be busy offering. Everybody say offering. Offering. The legends in this race, the heroes in this race, are not what they are elected for themselves. No. They are known for what they are. Look at this understatement. Hebrews 11 verse 8. The Bible says, by faith, Abraham was called to go out into a place which he will after receive from them, obey. He went out, not knowing whither he went. Abraham left his father's house, he left He left. He left. What have you lost? What have you left for the sake of Jesus? These are the issues here. He left a familiar place. He left a comfortable place. He left an inheritance. He left it. Seeking for a king that he had not yet seen, that he would later. God just gave him a promise to look. Look at it in verse 7. This same man. And after he had waited for years, and eventually obtained a precious son, Isaac. Guess what again? God demanded Isaac. Abraham, take up your only child and offer him up to me as a peace sacrifice. So by faith, offered up Isaac. Perhaps the most intriguing of them all is the man Moses. Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, look at this statement. He refused. Everybody say refused to become the son of those that go to sacrifice and the services. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for his. Go ahead to verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of your reward. Yet men in this kingdom are not known just for what they have received from God, but what they rejected because of God. Moses rejected Egypt. Rejected the treasures of Egypt. Rejected the fame and the popularity of Egypt. Rejected. He esteemed the reproaches of Christ greater treasures, greater riches. What have you rejected just because you go to you? What offers have you rejected? What contract and job offers have you rejected? This is what will determine if you are going to obtain a good report. Because our Christianity is too cheap. Too cheap. I mean, there's nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. You just come to church with the Bible and snap self on Sunday. That's all. You know, okay, you give tithe and offerings. If you are in a good mood, everybody says choose one. So it was either Egypt or Christ for Moses. It was either his father's inheritance or God's inheritance for Abraham. Choose one. If you have successfully stripped yourself of other glories, other decorations, other crowns, then God will now come. Now there's there for me a crown of righteousness. Which righteousness? The goal is not happiness. The goal is usefulness. That's the point of being happy for being useless. God is looking around the earth for one man. He cannot find. Everybody is laughing for their souls. What of the useless life is that? I want to be happy and be taken care of. That's a legend. Selfless transformation. To devote your life to the advancement of God. That's how to live. That's a life without regret. And follow the course. You can't make that statement to be for yourself. You can't. You can't. The second thing here you see about Paul's life that helped him to obtain a good report. He was free of carnal heaviness. I will explain to you like carnal heaviness. Why can this be? Check your life. Know the things that are needful. Know the things that are excessive. Some things are not that important. I'm telling you. Some days ago, I wrote on media on how entertainment is overrated. The time is up. People think some things are important. Some things, the way people entertainment you think is positive. You must not feel. And you will feel. Some people will get to heaven, discover there's no cinema there, come out. That's what the whole thing said. I will feel. Be heaven, to heaven, I will feel. They will not tell us to come here and come to my house. People must be entertained. How important is this thing that we are talking about? How important is it? How important? We invite others to church because we must laugh. What is this? Wait! Is it really? Look at the life of Jesus. Is to do the work of God has sent you. I do only what's important. But first things first. Start your feet. For some of us, this should be a type of examination. Don't just begin to pray for nothing. Examine your heart. Examine your heart. Are you running in the right direction? Are you really running? I know you're running. We are all living. But are you running in the right direction? Some of you need to repent. To repent is to turn. Examine your soul. Let the light of God's word search your heart. And if you need to turn, you need to change direction. I've been heading into vanity. I want to turn back. Let that be done deliberately in your heart. God, order my steps again. Order my steps again. I'm not to the end of life. I was wasting my time. All this why? I don't want to end my life with regret. Lord, order my steps. Orchestrate the repentance. In your mercy, orchestrate the repentance. When you were toward the wrong direction, Lord, turn my steps. Come on. Thank you for your word. We are transformed. Our feet ordered in the right direction. Strength is renewed to run the race. We are not tired, we are not weary. For we hear your voice saying, well done. Precious one. We will get there. We will get there. We will get there. Thank you, Father. We give you praise and glory. Hallelujah. Jesus' name we pray. Amen.